Welcome to Grit and Grace. In this episode of Grit and Grace, I'm joined by my neighbour and friend, Courtney Bowers. Courtney and I both lost our husbands suddenly with no warning, just 7 weeks apart. And this conversation is as honest as it is necessary. We talk about what people don't tell you about grief while still trying to run a life and a business, and the ways the world often reacts to a grieving woman, the discomfort, the silence, the pressure to move on, and the damaging idea that you should be over it by now. We say this clearly: it is not okay to diminish grief, minimise the feelings, or put a timeline on love and loss. These are just some of the things that we have experienced in the last just on 12 months for Courtney and just under 12 months for me. Courtney also shares what she is building next, and it's a little farmstay on her property, and what it means to create something new while carrying a life that has absolutely changed forever. It's a raw conversation. It is also hopeful, practical, and deeply human. I do want you to understand that this episode includes discussion of grief and sudden loss, so please take care while listening. Let's get into it.
It's grit and grace, side by side, fire in my chest, calm in my mind. I'll build what lasts, I'll choose my lane, turn pressure into purpose, paint it again. With grit and grace, I'm free to be all I am, becoming steadily.
Today on Grit and Grace, we are with Courtney Bowers. She is the owner of Simple Life Farmstay, which is under construction at the moment. Courtney, what brings you joy?
My family, my farm, essentially my life, doing things for others.
That's enough?
Yep.
What fear do you have that you are aware of it holding you back?
My parenting.
What do you mean?
Ensuring that I am raising a well-rounded child with the struggles of what we've been through and not having a team member to help back me up anymore.
So the next one might be a little bit challenging. Have you ever had a life-changing moment?
Had a couple.
Which ones would you like to share?
Well, it started out 13 years ago when my son was born severely disabled due to catching a virus while I was pregnant. And instead of making me sick, the virus attacked the fetus and therefore gave my son severe brain damage, which has led to many physical disabilities, which that was probably the first turning point and life-changing moment of my life, having an idea of how you were going to parent and then having to relearn how that was going to happen. And then my husband was diagnosed with a blackout condition, and that condition didn't have a trigger, so he lost all independence. So that was another life-changing moment. And then 10 months ago, he passed away with no known causes.
That has to be one of the biggest things that you are dealing with at the moment.
Yes, definitely.
Is that one of the things that you wish you could freeze in time?
I would go back in time, probably 10 months and 7 days, and freeze it there.
Wish we could all do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a trigger that you would like to share?
I have many triggers. It doesn't help me.
So triggers.
Triggers, all right. I don't know. Triggers. Like I get triggered about a lot of stuff. Depends on what it is that we're talking about.
So maybe life in general.
This is not working for my grief brain. It's gone
Some of
completely
this is
blank.
helping your grief brain.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Triggers is, that's
Do you want to come back to triggers?
Yeah,
And we'll
we'll
talk
come back
about,
to that
we'll do
one.
the next question.
Yep.
It's, if a genie jumped out of a bottle and granted you one wish, what would it be?
So much I could wish for. I could wish that I could understand what my son wanted to say to me, but I would probably wish to have my family whole again, because that's the missing link.
And not having that person to talk to,
Yeah.
to share with,
Yeah.
to just hold you,
Yes. Make sure that,
make sure that you
are
are still
seen.
okay and
Yes.
seen.
yes.
All of
Making
those
sure-
things that are
all
now
of those
missing.
things that having a best friend that sees that every part of you,
Yeah.
from the good, the bad, the ugly,
the messy, the
everything.
the beautiful,
Yeah.
the sad,
Yeah.
the happy,
yeah,
everything in between.
that can fix everything just with a simple hug.
And that is, I think, one of the biggest things that we're both missing is just being able to be held
Yes.
by the people we loved.
Yeah.
What is something you've never said out loud but wish someone would ask you about?
I don't know. That one. Yeah.
That may tie in with the trigger one. Do you have a trigger that you would like to share about?
It's hard to, because I'm an open book. You ask me a question, I'm going to tell you. I've got no filter left. I was known for throwing Besser blocks in glass houses because I don't have a filter. So,
That's probably a really good way to be in life.
well, depends on the person who's receiving whatever it is they're receiving.
Well, as long as there's no person on the other end of the Besser block brick and it's just the glass house, we're all good.
Yeah. But that's not very often that there's not somebody on the receiving end of it.
When was the last time you felt truly seen, and what was it about that moment that stayed with you?
Being able to get my son back to school. The school reported me for not looking after him properly, and I had to go through the absolute ringer to prove that orally feeding my son was what was in the best interests of him, and being seen by the professionals in a community where professionals do not, they say it all the time, you know your child best.
But they're not living with them.
They don't get it. They
No.
don't see it. So to be acknowledged for the fact that, yes, the way I am raising Baxter is the best option and in the best interests of his quality of life was truly a defining moment for me with all of this.
Now we're going to send a message back to your younger self. What would it be?
Don't let them get in your head. Be confident, and it doesn't matter if they don't like you, because they don't matter.
And why would confidence be a thing that you would have needed?
Because I need it. I never had that. I was just not a confident person through high school. I was not somebody who saw my worth or saw my abilities. And I always I still question a lot of stuff when it comes to my parenting, but I'm confident enough to know that it doesn't matter who questions me, I am making the right decisions. And back then, I would take everybody else's feedback on board and second guess everything I was doing.
Which is something we all do because we don't think we're good enough.
Yes.
And it's something that's ingrained into us when we're growing up, to accept second best and things like that as well.
Yeah, but not anymore.
What does healing look like for you right now?
Getting through the day.
Mine's waking up.
Getting out. Well, I don't have any choice on that one. Getting out of bed, I don't have a choice for. I have a 13-year-old son that needs me to get out of bed. It's just, I don't actually even know.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
It is. Because some days it's healing, some days it's rage, some days it's wishing to be chosen again.
Okay, so after the dogs have had a little bit of an interruption and swearing at a few people that came to the front door, we're back on what does healing look like for you right now?
And that is getting out of bed every day and just finding the next thing, trying to keep moving forward as best I can.
So today I'm hopeful that we've had a little bit of healing for both of us.
Maybe. I don't know, because I don't know what healing's supposed to look like. Like, what
I don't think any of us really do. And those people who are listening to this podcast may not realise the connection that Courtney and I actually have. We are friends, we are neighbours, and we are fellow widows, having lost our husbands just 7 weeks apart. So we're travelling a very similar journey, even though our journeys are not actually the same.
Very much so, yes.
So Courtney tends to get to things sooner than I do, only because she's 7 weeks ahead of me.
Well.
So the moving forward part for you is the Simple Life farmstay.
Yeah, the Simple Life farmstay. So
Tell me a little bit more about that.
So that is my mission to be able to provide for my family. One thing I've learned is being independent is always a good thing. So being able to prove to myself that, yes, I can do this for my family, even though I don't have somebody to fall back on now. It's all about me. And I've always wanted to put the farmstay on the property. The ultimate dream is to have a fully accessible cabin on there. And that is what all the profits from this is going to go towards, saving my little pennies to be able to build somewhere that it does not matter what you have as a disability, whether you need hoists, whether you need, it's going to be a one-stop shop for families like mine who have somebody in a position like Baxter that they can come and they don't have to worry about anything. They can come and they can have a holiday with their family, because taking somebody like Baxter away is nigh impossible. Especially now he's getting bigger, it's getting harder to change him, he's getting harder to, and now that I'm on my own, I don't have Casey to help me with the transfers, so it needs to be something that has got access and no strain. So a hoist right through the whole cabin would be amazing. So it doesn't matter where that person wants to sit and they want to sit outside. They can get outside and they can sit in a chair and they can enjoy the peace and serenity of my place, because it is beautiful and I love it. And that is my ultimate dream. It has been my ultimate dream since we've owned the place. We attempted to start a charity a number of years ago and that didn't get off the ground. Trying to find support for that was very hard. So
that was pre-NDIS too, I'm imagining.
it wasn't pre-NDIS. It was trying to do something that was going to work with the NDIS, but the amount of capital that was required to put into a cabin to make it the size that it needs to be able to take somebody in a fully grown power wheelchair.
Yeah.
To have the space for somebody who's in one of those. Like,
And then there's support workers,
the support workers,
carers
the
and what have you.
yeah.
You can tell we're a fully functioning working office. The phone is going yet again.
I rise, I breathe, I make my place. Grit and grace, side by side I run this race.
Right, we're back from that phone call. Now, Simple Life Farmstay.
Yeah.
It obviously has farmstay in the title. It's
Yes.
on a farm. It's a
Yes.
working farm.
Yes.
And can people interact with the
They
animals?
can.
Is
There
that
is
the idea?
cows and goats and currently free-ranging pigs. They may not be there forever though. Chickens and donkeys and who knows what's to come to the farm in the future.
It's a little bit of a menagerie, isn't it?
It is. It is Old MacDonald's farm in real life.
And you love every minute of it.
I sure do. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my cows. I love my donkeys. The donkeys are the best.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on the farm?
Having a jack donkey take over looking after baby kid goats.
That's an interesting concept. Does that make them a goat key or a
dote?
A dote? I'm not quite sure what that is.
No, that was an interesting one. We actually ended up on Channel 7 local news because Jack had decided that he was going to look after these baby goats and he wouldn't even let the mums near them.
Oh,
we
seriously?
ended up having to separate Jack from the goats whenever they were kidding because he would just take these babies. All he wanted to do was obviously be a dad.
But they're also really good stock guardians too, aren't they?
Mine aren't.
Well, they're supposed to be.
They're supposed to be fantastic at that. And honestly, I don't know. They certainly wouldn't protect against a human because they like humans, because humans mean treats.
Yep.
But they might protect against a wild dog. But they've had interactions with my own dog and they've had interactions with cats and they're certainly not bothered by any of them. We have had fox issues in the past, but we've never had fox. They've been around the chicken coop, not around the cows. So don't know how they would go with him, how Jack would go with them, is what I should say. So yeah, I don't know how protective he is, but maybe. He likes his babies though. He loves all these babies.
So perhaps he's not the best marketing tool for the farm.
No, definitely not. No. I definitely, if I sell a baby donkey, I definitely sell it for companion, not protection, because the two donkeys I have such beautiful natured. Like they're just gentle and love their treats, and will come up any day of the week for a good old treat. So very patient.
So who's your target market then for this farm stay?
Anybody and everybody who wants to get away from the hustle and bustle.
Yep.
It's a tech-free, essentially, zone.
Yeah.
Access to Wi-Fi, but bring your own screen because there ain't going to be a screen in my farm stay. It is for you to be able to come and detox, if you will. Come out, enjoy beautiful sunsets. If you like a good old moonrise, you can see a beautiful moonrise.
And you get both on your side of the road too,
Sure
don't you?
do. Sure do. Get the sunrises, sunsets, and the beautiful moonrises.
Yes.
So
The aspect is just gorgeous.
it is. It's a bit of a nice spot, that one. And then if you come in November, you can see the jacarandas all out in flower along the driveway.
That is certainly spectacular, that one.
Oh yes. So get some beautiful family photos. I've got contacts with a photographer.
There she's getting all sorts of bits and pieces sorted
Sure
out.
am.
And it's not quite ready yet.
No, but I've got contacts with a couple of photographers now.
You certainly do.
So
What
yes.
is next for the Bowers family apart from the farm stay?
Making memories.
Very important, isn't it?
Yes. Doing those things that we said we'd do later. There's no longer later. It's let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Yep. Let's just do it.
Yep.
There's no more waiting. No more, we'll save the money. The money's there, let's spend it.
Yep.
What does it mean at the end of the day?
Let's just work out how to do whatever it is we want to do.
As long as the bills are paid at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And there's still food on the table and the kids are looked after, we've got all we could need.
So you also have an 8-year-old daughter.
I do, yes.
And what would be your advice to her?
Keep being you. You are special. She is special. She is unique, and she is going to change the world.
If you believe you can change the world, you will.
Yeah.
Who said that? Steve Jobs, I think, was Steve Jobs.
Possibly. I don't know.
Pretty sure it was. I think it's actually, the quote is something like, if you're crazy enough to think you can change the world, you will.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
I definitely think that's that
it
she is crazy enough.
Oh, most definitely. And it doesn't matter what road you take if you don't know what your destination's going to be.
Yeah. Enjoy the journey.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
And don't wait. Just do it.
Yep. Because in a lot of ways for both of us, it's too late for a lot of the things that we wanted to do.
Yes, there was always talk of, we'll do it later. We'll do it when we've got the money. We'll do it when we've got the time.
We'll do it when it's a better time for the family. We'll do it when it's a better time for the economy. We'll do it when it's a better time for this, that, or the other, and all those excuses. And we don't have them anymore.
No. So once the farm stay is up and running, it's memories, and then buckling down and getting that disabled farm stay set up too.
Beautiful. Well, I think
one day I might find an angel investor that'll come and help me out.
Oh, you never know your luck in the big smoke.
You never know. If you don't put it out there, you don't ask the universe.
That's exactly
You never
right.
know what might come your way.
Well, I think we can safely say that Courtney and her little family are the epitome of what Grit and Grace stands for. And until next time, keep your grit and protect your grace.
In the quiet, before the daylight breaks, I'm drawing lines for my own sake. I've carried more than I let on show, still found a way to learn and grow. With steady hands I set the pace, a fierce heart held in gentle space. I won't trade my peace for proof, I won't build a life without a roof. I'll rise, I'll rest, I'll recalibrate, strong enough to do, wise enough to wait. It's grit and grace, side by side, fire in my chest, calm in my mind. I'll build what lasts, I'll choose my lane, turn pressure into purpose, paint it again. With grit and grace, I'm free to be all I am, becoming steadily. I won't shrink back to make it easy, I won't stay small to keep things tidy. I'll speak the truth, I'll name my worth, put roots down deep and do the work. And when it's heavy, I won't break, I'll bend with care, then reset my faith. I'll measure growth in more than gold, in quiet wins and courage bold. I'll lead with heart, I'll honor pace, ambition guided by restraint and grace. It's grit and grace, side by side, fire in my chest, calm in my mind. I'll build what lasts, I'll choose my lane, turn pressure into purpose, paint it again. With grit and grace, I'm free to be all I am, becoming steadily. Let it be simple, let it be true, a steady rhythm pulling me through. When doubt is loud, I'll still begin, again and again I'll choose to win. Not by force, not by fear, by showing up year after year. It's grit and grace, side by side, fire in my chest, calm in my mind. I'll build what lasts, I'll choose my lane, turn pressure into purpose, paint it again.